Got the next dungeon this part, but first some things to take care of, including something funny.
I like funny.
That. So this is pretty cool. We got those in the last part. Drop those on the ground, they create a little cyclone, which just launches you towards any of the other seed trees.
It's a great method of fast travel, I like it.
Yep, including getting back here. Now, I need that house, but not this timeline. We got an item for the trading sequence, and the person who lives here in the house in the present can get some use out of the thing I have right now.
Right place, wrong time.
It's a lady with a very strange-looking dog.
It's supposed to be the Mamu Yan person or whatever, the dog farm lady from Majora's Mask. Or, I'm sorry, was that Ocarina? Which one was it who was racing the dogs?
That was Majora.
Yeah, it had to be, yeah. This dog is playing with a tornado.
The dog does look like it has, like, a hood over its head.
It's supposed to be a Yorkshire Terrier. Alright, time to get some serious gains.
I like how they specify you only get one.
Can work one hand at a time, if you know what I mean.
Let's quickly check out Symmetry City when things aren't going to hell.
Pretty nice place.
It is. And right there we can see the dungeon. Instead of a volcano, it's just a nice little spring.
Makes total sense. Too bad life still sucks 400 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's still warm.
So this guy wants to become a muscle man. He's already got the mustache.
And also God, apparently.
Right. So I like this line. It's like he's talking to you, but he's creepily staring at the dumbbell that is poking out of your pocket, I guess.
Maybe just holding it up to his face and going, "Nyeh."
To imagine McFly running around with the trade sequence items in his hands, just, does anyone want this? Anybody?
And for a trade, he rips off his mustache.
Oh my god, I'm bleeding.
At least he's left with a little Charlie Chaplin, I guess. Unless that was his mouth.
We're gonna call it the Charlie Chaplin.
But with that out of the way, let's go take on the dungeon.
Dungeon crawling. So this dungeon is the most pleasant dungeon entrance with probably the most metal dungeon name.
Yeah. Skull Dungeon.
Hell yeah. Because everything about that entrance screams Skull Dungeon.
And all the lava. Pretty metal dungeon.
Oh yeah, as soon as you get in here, you got the fire keys, you got lava everywhere. Stall posts everywhere. Ah, yes. That's my favorite thing to do with the seed shooter.
So this is an interesting dungeon, if only because it's slightly obnoxious, and yet it didn't give me too much trouble.
Yeah, so Skull Dungeon's the first one. It's a little difficult, but not too bad. The next dungeon's the one that really sucks.
Yeah.
At least for new players.
I actually messaged you like, what the fuck was that?
So the fire keys act a little bit differently than the regular ones. The regular ones you can attack at any time. The fire ones, they fly up above the map a little bit, and you have to feather jump up to them unless they dive down to you.
Yeah, you can see their shadows at least.
Oh boy, let's push the block again.
Nope, still don't have it.
Nope. You've done it wrong again.
There we go. Oh, they have faces.
Even the torches are metal in this dungeon.
So it's very subtle, but you can actually jump up the stairs, and it's a little faster than walking.
Yeah, for some reason they slow Link's model down just a tiny bit going upstairs. Maybe for realism? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Because needing a feather in order to jump is realistic.
Absolutely. Luckily, fire keys are the only special type of keys in this game. There's no ice, there's no electric.
Figuring out how to push those blocks and jump can be a little tricky. Because you gotta think for a second before you start moving. More mine cards.
Zelda meets Donkey Kong. I like how you pick up a map and then never look at it.
Yeah. It's so you all can experience it for yourself. It looks like a skull. What do you want from me?
Yeah. So how's your seed shooting skills? Can you hit a moving target?
You're probably gonna hit that worm thing.
Yeah, he's just there to annoy you.
He dies like the rest of them.
There we go.
I'll leave him there to suffer.
One hit left from death. Oh god, it hurts so much. So you haven't done it yet. You've never actually dropped a scent seed on the ground on camera.
No, because there's only one situation where you ever need to. They work so much better as bullets.
I know, right? Well, could you imagine a giant orange, like, I don't know how heavy they are, but it looks pretty big, just flying at your face?
And it smells.
It smells very pleasant. Oh, what is it? Oh, nose is broken.
Need to clear out this room first before I can actually do the thing.
Yeah, you need to have a little bit of speed for this, but not too bad.
Pulling this lever, 6 paces, no, 7, solidifies the lava, but it's timed. As soon as the lever pulls back into the wall, turns back into lava again.
So I always love these Stalfos in this game because they don't actually turn when they move, so they're kind of shimmying for the camera. It's like they're dancing.
Yeah. That's an easy way to take care of them. They're the classic Stalfos that throw bones and jump when you try to attack them.
So yeah, Gale Seeds are a really great way to take care of these guys. If you can hit them.
I thought I was clever.
So my guess is, 400 years ago, this dungeon was probably just full of lava. And that's what was causing it all to erupt. And it took all that time for it to calm down, just enough for you to be able to walk through here. There's a lot of lava in this dungeon.
And the ground is falling apart in this room. Ah, moron.
Ah, nice bag shot.
Wow.
Sweet.
There goes the potion.
Good thing we refilled that.
This is one room where I have a little bit of trouble, just trying to navigate these guys.
It really sucks when they put these blocks next to traps. Also, if you push a block onto a crumbly part of the floor, it falls through immediately.
Yeah, do not stand on it.
And that's just a room for room's sake. So I like how the carts instantly kill enemies when they run into them.
I like it too. I like death. Especially for these pricks.
They've got such a happy face.
But they hurt.
Hey, our buddy McFly's here. What are you doing with that blunderbuss? Now the target's not moving, but you are!
It's only slightly a problem.
So I love and hate the Skull Dungeon music. It's got a cool flow to it, but it feels to me like it's a little too repetitive.
It does start to drone after a while.
Yeah.
To be fair, so far, there hasn't been any music where I've just gone, oh my god, I hate this immediately. I learned to hate it over time.
Even the Fairy Woods?
Well, that was just more, this is so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's a quick way to take care of those guys, because you need to kill them before the door will open in here. Now this room really sucks.
Oh yeah.
You don't know it just yet, but you see these platforms, you see how close it gets to the floor. Thing is, if you're like a pixel off when you step off these platforms on the others, if there's the slightest half of a pixel of lava underneath you, you fall into the lava. They give you no margin of error in this room, and it's really obnoxious.
Yeah, it's a small box, it's a hitbox thing. It's just, it's weird when they move.
And also, it's a little hard to tell, but when you jump over these platforms, once you're over the next platform, your momentum changes again. You start following the platform underneath you, and that throws you off even more.
Nah, revenge.
Not wasting time on you.
So this puzzle immediately makes the first block you jump on the wrong color, so you always have to fix it. It just annoyed me.
I guess it's clever to make you have to solve a problem. Like a problem you cause.
What also forces you to learn, if you haven't already, that jumping just on one square changes only the square, instead of jumping over it. Hey, Torch. Bye, Torch. What's that diamond thing? That's weird. Hey, Gibdos. I think this is the first time you see them.
It is. I prefer the 3D ones, where when you burn them you get redeads.
Yeah.
I guess they just don't exist in the 2D games.
Right. Hey, it's one of those guys from the beginning of Link to the Past.
This isn't a hard mini-boss. He lets his sword go and it flies around. You can't really damage him, but his sword can. It's just a matter of breaking his shield.
Yeah, this guy doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but, you know. Some of the mini-bosses here are weird. It's like, let me throw my sword around, and then I'm just gonna dance around the room precariously. I sure hope it doesn't hit me.
That's not the end of it, though. Now I need to actually do damage to him.
Now he's gonna whip out a shovel. Oh, wait.
Oh no! My true weakness. Now you see, he's one of those enemies that's actually immune to the Ember Seeds, but not to the Stink Seeds.
Oh god, they smell so bad. It's stuck in my helmet.
I keep aiming at the wrong place, though, damn it. Ah, look at that. His hitbox is so small.
Yeah, the hitbox is literally just his helmet. If you don't hit just his helmet, you haven't done it.
There we go. He's not a problem, though.
Nah. And hey, free fairy. Free fairy with every mini-boss. Oh, come on, now you're just getting lazy.
I am. Oh.
One of the few enemies immune to the Gale Seeds.
And the Ember Seeds, damn it.
Just hit it with your wooden stick.
But I've already got the seeds out, and I'm committed. Good one.
Oh, goody. These rooms.
This is a room where you need to color all of the tiles the same color, and you can only do it in one go. Step on a tile, color changes. It's really a matter of just doing a very winding path.
Yeah. This first one's not so bad, but oh boy, does it get to be bullshit later.
You'd see the wheels turning in my head.
Yeah. The first one's a little hard to mess up, but you know when you're messing it up, but some of these later ones, they get a little big. And what the hell is that?
This is the game's version of the hook shot. It's kind of a clever play on it, too.
I like it and I hate it. The hookshot's probably one of my favorite Zelda items, so I was a little upset that it wasn't actually in the game. So that soured me a bit on the Switch hook, but overall it's a pretty cool concept.
Instead of just latching onto something, you grab it and then you switch places with it. And that also works for most enemies. Some enemies it just acts as a weapon, like with the keys, and that's fine with me because it kills them quickly. And also it's just kind of funny, an enemy's coming at you and you just switch.
Yeah, I like how it pauses and then it just gently places them down. It's like, and now you're here.
I don't like you there, go over here.
I like to imagine McFly's just like, pardon me, excuse me. Very polite when he uses that. Yes, I'll just put you here now.
And we do some clever puzzles with them, because that's one of the switches you need to hold down.
Yeah, so that's an introduction to a new puzzle mechanic. You have to remember that as the dungeons go on, you have to remember the previous dungeon's puzzles, because they just stack them. So by the time you get to the last dungeon, it's literally a do you remember everything dungeon?
Which I guess is good game design.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I like Ages better than Seasons of the two. It's just, I'm a lover of puzzles in the gameplay. You know, it's one thing to just throw enemies at you, which Seasons does. Seasons has some puzzles, but for the most part it's action-based. But this one, you know, I like the puzzles. Yeah, it makes you stop and think, should I break this pot? Probably not.
You gotta be a little tricky with this thing. The switch hook does not cover the entire screen.
Yeah.
So you gotta do this a little bit.
Please note that it says level 1, by the way. Level 1 switch hook.
Right.
That's all you get. There's no level 2, it's just a teaser.
See, now I'm just wondering how you would improve on that.
Well, I guess you'll have to see.
I guess I'll have to play the game like I am.
It's not as exciting as you think.
Well.
What was the improvement on the hook shot?
Just made it longer.
Ocarina of... yeah, pretty much so. There you go. There you go. So I like jumping over it twice, because it seems to make them last a little bit longer. Especially for the ones that like to hang out in the far corners of the room.
Come on. There we go.
If you can jump over it. Nice.
That was an accident. You know, in most cases, I don't think I ever use the seed satchel anymore.
Yeah, once you get the shooter, there's not much of a need to use it until you get a certain seed later. There's one more seed type.
Get up there.
And it's actually a pretty useful seed. Yeah, nice. This is a good way to handle these rooms.
And a free fairy.
Nice. Thanks, Moldorm.
Now, at that point, I kind of figured out, yep, I messed that up.
Ah, you screwed it up. That's alright.
This is kind of the room. Like, if you figured out the first one, this is the one where you go, oh dear god.
Yeah, so the first one, it's really hard to mess it up. This one, they kind of make you think a little bit.
Right there, you want to take the long stretch against the wall.
Yeah, basically the idea is to look ahead of where you're going and try not to paint yourself into a corner.
And fill in the gaps as much as you can, like between those statues.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Second try, not too bad.
Oh, you're out of stink seeds.
That's okay, I've still got plenty of the good ones.
Just excessive.
Slight waste. God damn it. I like them as a free kill against the keys.
Oh, yeah.
Now, trying to get over there kind of sucks because of that bumper boy. Oh, God.
I don't think they can kill you. I don't know that I've ever actually tried that. Let's experiment with that.
Kind of panicking.
Yeah. Please don't burn me, please don't burn me. Oh my god.
I like that it kills both of the little ones at the same time.
Well, it's got a pretty wide hitbox, which is nice.
Now this one, you cannot waste any time. Right up there, there's a small gap, take the gap.
Yeah, you're not going to make it if you go around the long way. Oh, hey, that puzzle from the previous room, can you do it again?
But harder. Now you see that anti-fairy moving around?
Mm-hmm.
That block that's off-center, you can push that out, but then that just brings the anti-fairy into the room. Don't do that.
Yeah. Do you want to make it harder on yourself? Sure. So I have to retract a statement. In a previous video I said you can't get the weapon that kills them in this game, but you actually can. It's just not one you find in the normal path. It's like a bonus item.
Is it something you get from the Linked game?
No. It's something you get from a mini-game.
Okay.
I forgot that it was in the game because it's not one you get from a dungeon normally.
Remember this. Pushing that jar over is important, because we need it in order to get back. We can just hop down from that ledge from there, but...
Yeah, this is one of those rooms you gotta be careful with your pot placement.
Oh, nope. No!
He's such a... Oh, God. This one way worse than anticipated.
Get away, you.
Yeah, one thing about the switch hook is if you miss your target, you're left pretty vulnerable.
And also, I don't think we see it, but with the fire keys, like maybe we saw at the start, but with the fire keys, when they hit you, they drop the fire. Kind of like an Ocarina of Time, but it actually leaves a little pool of fire that's still smoldering and can still hurt you. But the keys turns back into a regular keys.
Although it still does the shadow flying up high thing.
Now, this isn't a hard boss. It does do a lot of damage on me, but just use the switch hook once you get in the middle there. That'll make it dizzy, and you can do damage on it. Pretty basic.
The annoying thing is just all its little eyeball buddies getting in the way. Holy shit, it's wrecking you.
That tends to happen. If I were to do a no-hit run of Oracle of Ages,
Ooh,
it would never go past part 1.
right? Yeah, when I did these two, this was the one I did 100% on, so I had plenty of hearts. Seasons is the one I did a 3-heart run on because I'm an insane person. You got the Olympic torch! Time to light the fires of brotherhood.
Oh no, you dropped it.
Oh god. The winter games are ruined.
And my winter shirt.
Oh hey Tree, it's been a while. So, how you doing?
I want McFly to just get crushed under one of those.
Hey McFly, oh god! McFly, hello? Yeah, jumping out of that dungeon is just a shock. You come out into a little nice pool and it's great again. It's nice.
And good to hear from our clingy tree friend.
Right.
And then probably you go into another area and immediately get set upon by Maple.